Who do you say I am? John the Baptist, he had a doubt when he was in prison. And he sent his disciples over to Jesus to ask this question: are you the one? Are you the Christ? Are you the anointed one? And Jesus responds and tells his disciples to go tell John. Go tell John what you have seen and what you have heard. That the blind see, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, and the good news is being preached to the poor. What is this good news? In Genesis chapter 3, when man sinned against God, sin entered the world and spiritual darkness came into the world. When man sinned, you know what he did? He tried to hide himself. He wanted to be blind to God. He didn't want God to see him. But in his sin, as he tried to hide himself, sin started to blind him to God. And spiritual darkness came into the world. So throughout the course of history, from the time of Adam and Eve's fall, as spiritual darkness engulfed the world, God sent his messengers, his judges and his prophets to come and call the people out of darkness into a marvelous light of Jesus Christ. But the people in their rebellious heart continued to remain in sin and chose not to recognize who Jesus is. So much so that God had to step into the problem. He had to get onto earth, and he comes in the person of Jesus Christ. That is why John chapter 8 verse 12 says that the light of the world, that is Jesus, came into this world. He would then have to go to the cross so that he could open the eyes of those who are spiritually blind, partially, so that they can have a complete picture of who God is. And on that cross, Jesus would cry out, my God, why have you forsaken me? What that in essence was saying is, why, God, have you turned a blind eye towards me? Why are you blind to me? And the answer is this: because God could not turn a blind eye to sin, because that would then violate his righteousness and his holiness. But the Bible tells me in Romans chapter 5 verse 8 that while we were still sinners, while we were still spiritually dark, that God demonstrated his love for us, that in Christ Jesus, he came to die for you and me. The answer to the question, why did God turn a blind eye to his son on the cross, was because God did not want to turn a blind eye to you and me. That is the good news. The invitation is this: God did not turn a blind eye towards you. Don't turn a blind eye on Jesus today. The question that he's asking you is this: who do you say I am? And the only true confession and the response is, you are the Messiah. You are the Christ. You are the anointed one.